I talk about the different areas that uh, can be improved on, and just what makes certain countries thrive. I want to talk about also what makes countries unique and grow, specifically Nigeria. For one, it's blessings. Any bless luck. If you want to go with luck, you you got to have a generation of political candidates that have integrity and are selfless. Just recycling the same people, old people, in that political atmosphere. Everyone, both there and abroad, see it as, I mean, they're not doing anything to help. They're recycling same ideas. They're not bringing in new people to talk with them. And that's my thing. Like, man, if this is the downfall of that Nigerian pride, especially with the men. If you don't know, it's okay. You're not gonna know everything. Just bring in people that know their stuff better than you. I mean, that's what it is when you create a team. You're not gonna know everything, so you bring people that are experts in a certain area, and then you're pretty much like the glue that gets everyone talking amongst themselves. And of course, you can have the final say, but you at least bring in those minds to talk with the people. Don't act like you can do it all yourself. You need a good team. Um, you need ideas. You need vision. Having ideas to be the world's greatest country pushes that tycoon boss mentality. Innovation, particularly for the citizens, is key. Um, you don't want to be like, and this is just once again my experience when I was in Nigeria. Just from talking to people, they're so fixated on being like Europe and being like the U.S. Oh, we want to be rich like the U.S. Oh, we want to go to the U.S. and stuff like that. Oh, you got your riches here. You gotta get rid of this whole westernized way of thinking what the British put in your minds, into your parents' minds. You gotta get rid of it. It ain't working. It's not good for your own self pride, like your own worth. Like subconsciously you're saying they're better than me, so the best I can do is try to attain their stature. You don't want to think like that. That makes you're saying you're second class and you're comfortable with it, and you're acknowledging it. When you're always giving praise to British and why can't Nigeria be like that? Now listen, this is why you can go look up the video that I made. You got to understand the history, and you got to understand how things went down. Nigeria, it wasn't called Nigeria, by the way, but the different, just for simplicity, just bear with me. Nigeria was self-governing before the British and the Portuguese came on that land. They had their own governmental system. They had their own way of doing things. They had their own justice system. The citizens, they were trading. There was excellent traders. That's how the Portuguese and the British really start getting involved. They was coming in because they saw the way they was trading. The Niger River allowed for better trade routes. Everything was working independent of the Brits. Then the Brits saw the value and came in, and that's when they start, the rest is history. But this is when you start, seeing, okay, they put their buildings there, get that damn Queen Elizabeth that everyone wants to talk about, the second, whatever. Her, herself coming and everyone. I saw the old videos, the Nigerians bowing to her, and I mean, like, come on, man, like you better than this culture. Like we were doing great things before they came. We just weren't as wicked minded as them. We didn't see of creating the highest, best caliber guns to go conquer other nations. It was really about self-governing and taking care of our people and that family mindset. So we was doing fine. They came in, put their own agenda. They don't operate on tribes the way we do. So you can't do what they do. We are based on different tribes. We weren't Nigeria. It's like over 300 different sects. Different organization, or not organizations, but different, different dialects, different tribes. Like, we were all different people. And then they came and they lumped us all together and called us Nigeria. And they said, okay, we're going to implement our system, and you're going to agree to it, and you're going to do it that way. I mean, it can't happen. This is why you always have the fighting between Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba. Like, when they get into the presidency, they want to take care of their own. It's because that's what their family history is. That's what their culture is. We weren't Nigeria. We're not Nigerians. I'm saying that just for simplicity of the video, but when you really think about it, this was all created. This wasn't created by our ancestors. So, it starts with one person just bringing this to light, and just getting that ball rolling. So yeah, we need good ideas. We need vision. We need to listen to the young people. We need to listen to the people that weren't formally educated but have good instincts and good experience just being out, in daily living. Geography, of course, we have the resources that was blessed to us. We just need to learn how to utilize it effectively and sustainably. Green energy, enough with we put so much focus on the oil. Of course, it made Nigeria like really wealthy, but you got to start looking at the future. That's the now. You got to start looking 10 years in the future, 20 years in the future, 30, 50. You got to have long-term plans. This is how other countries, especially China, I think they like developed China and Japan. I heard about they developed like 100-year plan on where they want their country to go. It's because they're like, where are they at now? They was already planning like 50 years ago. It didn't just start all of a sudden. That's what Nigeria needs to have. You need to have a plan of where do you want to be when you're gone, and your children take over. We got to get, also got to stop thinking selfishly. We might not see all the benefits that happen, but it's our job to set up the groundwork so that our children don't have to go through, the same BS that we're going through. Just once again, just integrating into another society does not gain you power. It's really like borrowed power. You're not in control of anything. You're not in control of the resources. So, let's focus on our geography. Let's focus on, our making our country clean, getting rid of a lot of the health issues that we have from just pollution. And taking care of what was, blessed to us, what was given to us, what we have. Of course, we got a rich culture. I did a video once again on the history of Nigeria, what I learned so far, but there's vastly more information than I had in that video. Very, very interesting. This stuff that wasn't taught to me. Share the stuff that wasn't taught to you. It really makes you think, and I don't know, it just gets you really wondering, like, why does it seem impossible to recreate where we were? I mean, it seemed to go downhill when the foreigners start coming in. So, get back to where it was before and build on that. We have our own values. We work as a community. We work as a system. Even though we had different tribes among us, we still did trade amongst the different empires. One area has more resources of a certain item than the other. You trade. So we need to get to that. Teaching this culture to our children abroad and in the country. It shouldn't just be about the British learning English. Like, it was kind of, I don't know, it shocked me that not a lot of people know how to write in Yoruba. even when it comes to speaking it, like it's hard to learn it because it's always changing. It's like a social type thing. Like no one really teaches the language, the letters, and that's unfortunate because I really want to learn. I know a couple of people that want to learn Yoruba, Igbo, and I just wish that the government system would, let's just say if it's in the West, the main language is going to be Yoruba, and then a secondary language is English. So, and have a structure of teaching the children both. And then they grow up with that sense of pride, like, yeah, I can speak the English if you need me to, if I'm trying to talk with, outside people, but my language, my history, my culture is more important. It's more valuable than what you say your culture is. Like, nah, I like who we are. I'm not embarrassed about who we are. I don't want to be like you. I can take some tips and some of the stuff that seems to be working well, but it doesn't mean I want to conform to who you are. Because if we put the book side by side and you start looking at their history, I don't think you want to be like them. I know you don't want to be like them.